forgot they had no camera. It was all black, so.
Yeah. Right. Hello, everybody. We're just going to get Robert, hopefully, to come in, but he might be blacked out again. Here he is. Live, Robert, by the way.
Live, but not seen.
Yes, gone so far out of space. That's what it is. I've got, okay. So I don't know what's happening there. Devices are not connected. Have you got a new mic? So, okay. So anybody that's watching us at the moment, Robert's having a little bit of trouble. We've got a guest speaker today, and hopefully, actually, you'll be joining us from now on as well. I didn't see how it goes. We have Inga. How are you, Inga, today?
I'm great. Absolutely great. Life is beautiful, challenging, intense, and we are riding waves. We are surfing the waves. Yeah. Mm.
Oh, I've got him on. Oh, sorry, Inga. Just
I'm back. Yeah. Sorry for that. I don't know what's happened.
Yeah.
3 in the bed, and the little one says, roll over. Looks like that, doesn't it? Right. So let me go on and get everybody. It's all very squashed.
I don't mind. I'm making company.
Shove up. Oh, God, dear. Right, okay. Yeah, the energies have been really, really intense, haven't they? It's just like it's going like really scraping the barrel and getting into like mine at the moment is about self-worth.
Absolutely.
And are you self-worth?
Self-worth. Am I worth it? Yes, I am. It's big time for self-worth, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, big time self-worth.
Good. That's good.
That might come up.
I think the thing we did this week was really amazing.
We could talk about that in a minute, can't we?
Yeah, we should do that. I think because
they're saying it's okay to talk about. So
it was
very secret.
Very powerful. Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've had so let's just sort of disclose all that information because everybody's going to be, well, what's all that about then? So
did you put us on everything we wanted to be shared on?
He's bossy.
No, it's not bossy. I'm just because last time you said you nodded yes, and then you said, oh, because there was some disturbance, you did, and then you forgot it. It's not being bossy. It's not. I don't have a higher self which is bossy.
No, because you're just bossy.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Here we go. I'm going to send it out to you, and then also I'm just going to send it out to Inga as well. So then you can share that. There we go. Send it out. So I've done the job.
Thank you very much. Very much.
Oh, we've got Dancia Roberts. Dancia Roberts from Australia.
Oh wow.
Oh, are you up here? Oh yeah. Yeah. Are you up early, Dancia? No. So let me just say.
I got Nikki Summer, Patty.
Ah, Nikki. And Patty. We know Patty, don't we? So, yes, we had, Marcus. Oh, I'm seeing him in a minute. Going to see Marcus later.
Oh, yeah, thanks, Robert.
Yeah, and also
Dorota
from Fort Worth, Texas. Oh, we're all over the world today.
What's Dorota's surname? Stankowska.
Oh, you're good at pronunciations, aren't you? Well, welcome everybody that's joining us. So let's just introduce ourselves just a little bit so that everybody. So we start off and then we then disclose what happened the other day, which is really very exciting.
Yeah.
Oh, Charlene.
Hi.
Hi. And I made an effort with your name and I got it right the last time. I'd like to call you Charlie, really, for some reason. Don't know why. And Neva as well. So, yes. So, I'm Nicola Russell.
I'm Robert van Kooten.
Yeah, and that's me.
Yeah.
Right, we will settle. We will settle. So yes, I am a galactic shaman. I transmute negative energy through all time and space into the physical body, energetic fields, and I bring in integrations of multidimensional aspects. I'm a translator of dialects and all of that jazz. So that's me, Nicola Russell. Inga, would you like to introduce yourself?
Well, I'm one of those who have been kind of born awakened, and I never closed those eyes. So I've been kind of riding those energies my entire life.
Wow.
More than 30 years experience as a therapist in many different modalities. 1.5 years ago, I was told to stop everything I've done because it all had elements of the old energy within them, or it was a modality. And I was kind of stripped, and still am being stripped down of everything I've ever done in order to birth something completely new through through this body. So right now I say I wake up every morning and I wonder how much of my universe I can bring through in this day. And then I do it step by step just to see. There's a lot of light language coming in. There's a lot of bridging universes and galaxies that happens in my body. A lot of codes. And I seem to
just an everyday sort of
Yeah.
stuff, isn't it, Inga? That's the thing. You just get so used to it, don't you? You sort of like say it in the beginning, it's like, oh, this and this.
Yeah.
But no, it's just part of who we are, really, isn't it? Yeah.
Absolutely. So it's a kind of, I mean, we all came down here with very specific talents. And what we are doing so far, from what I see with myself, is that we have gone through and learned a lot of things in order to awaken all our abilities as a foundation for the true talent to be birthed in this time.
See, everybody, this is why we've got Inga on here. She balances me and Robert out. She sort of brings that sort of sense of purpose. We just meander along, don't we, Robert? So Inga's really here to ground us in and to get this work done. So if anybody's got any questions at all about anything or anything that they're sort of working on that they're stuck with, just let us know and we can then tap into your energy and work from there. And then on the end there, we have Robert. Hello, Robert.
Yeah, so we put Inga in the middle to balance.
Yeah,
that's very nice. Yeah, I'm not doing much. I just don't know what I'm doing. Just bring some keys and have some more fun. No, I bring keys, but I'm not aware that I bring them in this body, and which is really good because then my huge ego can't be interfering in that, and I can bring them to either Nicola or to Inga, and the effects are really beautiful, and that's well, maybe that's also a little bridge where we can talk about what we did this week. Because then we had a little group gathered, and
we did.
And it started all with some keys brought in, and then it all started like being really amazing energies. And Inga could bring energies from Earth combined to planetary systems, and Nicola could translate a lot of it, and it was really amazing. I can still feel that there is some more information coming also for that. But maybe it's better to have a little explanation on that. Somebody can maybe add something to that.
Yes, it was really interesting, wasn't it? Because we integrated lost dragon energy. And Inga's really sort of up with all of the knowledge and things, and I think you need to take over with that. I just come with a simple.
The dragons are actually the guardians of the grids, and they have an extremely high integrity. And if you try to seek out the dragon and your heart isn't pure and you're not coming from an honest place, they will just open one eye, look at you, and they will close it again and go back to sleep. They oversee every change. that is taking place on the grid work, and in order to get any change in, they are actually approving it and working through you and with you. Many of you will actually, when you start working with dragons, find out that you are a dragon yourself, and that you might come from a very ancient lineage of dragons, and that they kind of, when they start to come in and blend with you, actually will blend through your body and through your heart and shine their light out through you. But most importantly, what I have experienced with dragon is that they breathe through you. They got very specific sounds that they use for healing and balancing and clearing whatever needs to be clear, and they then just blow it out. And when you first interact with a dragon, it's an ongoing process, because they first allow you in when you're very honest and very dedicated, and then they just blow through you and work with it. There's been a lot of dragon energy kind of closed up. The first time I came in contact with the dragons around 25 years ago, they showed me like a huge castle where the dragons kind of were.
Sorry, it's got shiver.
Like up against the wall and everything, and all their power and all the energy was kind of held in that space. And then they started to come in from the etheric realms, and then we started to bridge those energies. And I've had many interesting experiences with them. I used to go to Bosnia, which have a dragon pyramid of their own, where they kind of come in on crystalline beams. And then
can I join in?
Yeah, Robert.
Something's popping in, and I saw a question of Danica Roberts of balancing anger and rage, and it's like Ooh.
Wait a minute, gone all blurry. Yeah, so the before that sort of all kicked off with you, I was getting a bit of a download come in. So can I just sort of say to everybody that's watching this live is that the way that we work, if you've not watched us before and you're just joining us, is that Robert sets off all of the information into any sort of company that comes through, and then I sort of bring some information in. Now Inga's with us today, and she'll be able to give a different perspective from myself as well. So there'll be other sort of things that will be sort of coming through for us. So so what was that triggered you there? Sorry, Robert. Sorry, Inga.
I saw a question also. It was already coming in, but then I also read on StreamYard the question of Danica Roberts. That is, she is dealing with lots of anger and rage at the moment, and that's triggered something.
You was drawn to. Okay.
Yeah, and that triggered something because what we did with the dragons was balancing the energies, and Inger was helping in that bring those balances with the dragons and the energies, and they were involving anger and rage. So somehow that burst it out.
Yeah, sort of triggered you into a bit of a.
Yeah.
Okay. Right. Okay. Did you finish, Inga? Sorry.
We're about Bosnia.
Yeah. There is a dragon pyramid in Bosnia that is well worth visiting as soon as we can be allowed to travel again. It's very potent. It's very active in its own way when it comes to the dragon energy. And I've had several physical encounters with etherical dragons showing up there. They even show up on certain photos. And I had my first complete blending with a dragon in Bosnia. It was a cobra dragon. And I just lost my consciousness and slipped back into the consciousness of being a dragon. And I was kind of striving to open my eyes. And then I looked out at a cobra-like landscape filled with geometric shapes and forms, and every building were filled with that. And then I later came to know that I couldn't hold that energy, that consciousness for a very long time, but long enough to recognize what it was.
Mm-hmm.
And then I found out that the cobra dragon actually is the holder of ancient knowledge, or some call it a book of knowledge, but they kind of hold that space. And when you align to a cobra dragon, they start to kind of activate old knowledge, old memories, whatever you need to wake up to. So it's a very, very potent energy.
Beautiful. It's something that it was really strange, because I was sort of introduced. I was invited onto doing a dragon week with Robin, Nicole, and Bonnie Bird and David Starr, and it was the theme was about Dragon Week. And then ever since that invitation, that everything's sort of been happening dragon. Everything's about dragon at the moment. And it's important, obviously, that we're carrying on that conversation about dragons, because when we gathered on Tuesday, was it Tuesday? Yeah. So we had a light language connection group, and my guide said about certain people to come on at 7 o'clock rather than 8 o'clock, which there were 5 of us that came on at that time. And what happened is that we integrated some energy that came in that had been lost within this galactic field of energy. So we was anchoring it down through my physical body, which was contorted all over the place. And then the codes came in that activated that to embed into the crystalline grid, so that we can anchor that in and access that into our consciousness. And then it then also went out, and we got some information through from the galactic saying that it didn't actually just come into the Earth's connection for us to connect with. It also actually happened across all time and space within our galaxy and beyond, actually. Yeah, and beyond. Was there anything that you wanted to add to that, guys? It was really intense, wasn't it?
Very intense. It was very, it was like waking up more of those energies and those knowledge. And it also continues to show me that when something happens here, it has a ripple effect throughout the universe. So it is like a huge awakening for all of us, not only us on this planet, but it goes all the way out.
Yeah, I think that was the thing, isn't it, that we sort of really, Robert. Yeah. Okay, so whenever Robert kicks off with his code, please connect your energy to him, because he'll activate something within you, and that will be giving you some information. But what they wanted for us to all know is that in this now moment, whether it's in replay or play in a time pocket or on this live in this now very now moment, is that your higher self has directed you to actually watch this post, and for you to gather this information at a deep soul level, at a conscious level, please. So not only to connect subconsciously into the energy field, but also consciously tap into the energy that we are bringing through to enable you to connect with that too. So when we brought it in, with the 5 of us that brought it in the other day, we anchored it into our system. But we're inviting you to connect with our system to enable you to connect with it also. So please use this opportunity to gather this information from the very beginning of it being embedded into the crystalline grid, from a conscious place rather than subconsciously, just coming across it at some point, because when you are more conscious of the energy being integrated and that multidimensional aspect come through and you're embodying it in, it's more powerful, because then you then activate the breath, you then use it to enable you to actually clear so much more. And I must say, because I can talk for England, is that I've actually done a couple of healings between there and then, and my modality has shifted. And it's so much more, it's really strange. It's more powerful, but gentle. There's a lot of galactic that comes in that really, really quick. But at the same time, a lot of the energy has become more gentle, but it's big push with the energy that's flushing through systems at the moment. So that's sort of how it's affected me, by integrating it in, that I know that I've really sort of it's embodied in my system, and I'm able to tap into it in a greater woof.
Maybe Inger can teach or show us again how the breathing goes, because that was something really powerful I felt.
Yes, that was
dragons.
Sorry, yeah.
How to breathe with the dragons.
Yeah.
Yes, please, yeah.
Okay.
Is that something you want to share?
Yeah, why not?
Bit late now, Robert.
Well, it's okay. I can do it.
No, I don't want to.
Well, let's blend black and white. Let's blend black and white.
Oh, we've got a treat.
Meshtu. 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 And let's ground this.
That. So if you're connecting this, if you're watching, just if you didn't get that first time round, please watch on a replay. But you really almost ride the wave of the energy as you breathe it, and it really it brings the energy right into the back of the ribs, and it brings and opens up the heart. It is a really powerful breath that you use there, Inga. Thank you for showing us. It's just
I have the star grandmothers here. They want to come in and add some energy to this. Chama ekeketenema aikoto yeketenemia koyetenama yoyekiatana eyokotoine akaye kotenia koteneme iakata yokekeitene oyoyo no ina. Because the dragons and the star grandmothers work very closely together, as the dragons is part of changing the grids, and the star grandmothers kind of bringing a lot of the energies to the grandmothers in this realm, in order to bring in and bridge the energies, or what I call the new. Because the elders here have embedded within them all the codes that needs to be awakened, and the star grandmothers comes in with a galactic part to balance this. And the star grandmothers have a capacity to bring the extreme high energies down, but in a soft way, so that it is taxing on the body, as the dragon energy can actually be kind of sharper. Although they're extremely loving, they have a tremendous power behind them that this I experience like coming straight through. So they work very well together to balance those, especially when you do it like this, like we're doing now.
Tagara sianna kyoto ba sianna kietarash, tare to karabachi yana mo kyoto korabasho logoro shi. Kiata da sianna kiata da bashu kyoto korabashana kiata ba wimish. Thank you for that. There'll be many people that will be really sort of taking that in and sort of using those codes to enable them to really sort of connect with that grid work that's now been anchored in to the Earth's grid. Have you got anything? Well, we've got Leo watching. Hi, Leo. You want to join us? Would there be enough room? Let's know, Leo, if you want to join us. We might be a bit squashed.
Yeah.
Are coming in, Robert?
Yeah. Well, if it's coming from the solar plexus, it's
joining us. Oh, that was a powerful one. What was that? Do you know, like when you're at the beach and you've got a great big wave coming in? You know, like you get all the nice waves and then you get the big one that comes in and you go just go surf it. That was one of them big waves, Robert.
Felt really powerful, yeah.
You need to go and have a lay down.
Yes, interesting that energy came through. I felt it build as when Robert and I had the session on Tuesday. They was talking about not only are we going to surf the waves, but you're actually going to become the wave.
Oh,
this is something that has to do with it. Yeah.
Become the powerful wave.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we are the wave.
Yeah.
We are the wave. Yeah. Oh.
And that's a lot of training because you need to be balanced wherever the energy and the flow goes, you know. You have to be capable of standing and having your balance and a presence within it.
Okay, let me have a little look and say hi to everybody. So got Charlan. Charlie, I'm going to call you Charlie.
Charlie.
Neva. Nita's joining us, so she's from Ireland. So Nita, R Astro Vida S. What is your name, please? It's on the bottom of our there. I'm Nicola Russell. We have Inga and Rob. And we've also got Claire Letchfield saying hi. Simone Van Mackelberg is also here, and Julie. Hi, Julie. Mike B, which is the guy from the other day. I said that I connected with him about the bees. So he's here. He says greetings. Greetings. I've totally chosen spirituality and I'm at peace and tranquility, but I feel that there's more, but I'm not progressing. Oh, I'm stuck. Oh, we might be able to tap into Neva. Shall we try?
Of course.
Neva Contreras. Okay, let me just see if you get anything here. Okay. There's a block there with her. I'm just going to bring it to you, Robert. It's like I'm doing a report. Okay, I've got something coming in for you then. So some of you may want to tap into this transmission because it may actually be relevant, as lots of this is very collective in its form, but this is for Neva. It is about the connection to the universe, actually. Neva, this is more about the head and connection to your consciousness level of higher ascendant. Oh, excuse me, there's a little burp there. Sorry.
Galactic burp.
Electric burp. Yeah, sorry about that. A bit of breath work. I had a cheese scone earlier, so that's what it is. Yeah, but yeah, okay, that's a lot better. Thank you, Bakuyo. So upper connection. Grounding's good, Neva, but it's this. So thank you for that. It's just like you just came in with a great big water jet wash.
The big wave.
Let us know, Neva, if that sort of helped. That's just gone right straight through.
Okay, cool.
I need a Robert in my pocket. I'll just clear that out for us. Okay, let me just check. Yeah, no, that's okay. Neva, will you let us know how that is, please? So yeah, let me just see if she comes up with this. I'm just going to scroll down to the bottom, see if she's, so she's probably integrating that at the moment. So let us know, Neva, how that sort of affected you, and if anybody else actually felt that as well. So yeah, Leo, not sure if he's still here. Tasha, John Kennedy's here, Janie Hodges as well is here. How many people can feel or see their dragons around them? I see them. So I don't, I have inner visions of them, but I've never actually seen a physical one. I do know somebody that has seen a physical one. But have you ever seen I know you said that when you went to Bosnia that you...
I've seen it physical several times.
Wow.
But they come not like the green ones with hard shell on. They're more like energetic, like their bodies are filled with light or energy patterns.
Yeah. I've had my big sort of reddy brown one that's sort of got a really big head that sort of came in at this sort of angle, and I've sort of felt Sin one standing next to me. It's more energetic for me that with the breath when they integrate with my energetic field, so it sort of comes through, and as I you sort of go into the energetic grid work of someone, and it just The other day, actually, when we had our meeting, our little event, I actually felt that at a stage that when I was integrating it, that I actually felt that fire was coming out of my mouth, and I felt I had like on my back because I was like this, hunched up, and I went, and it was all on my back. I felt it sort of. Yeah, it was amazing.
Quite powerful. Sometimes when I got a sun dragon, amongst others, and it feels like my entire body is filled with lava, like glowing fire. Even the blood in my vein feels like there's fire running through it. So it's very intense to really allow them through.
Well, that's amazing. So Janie says she works with dragons. So thank you for the codes, which is lovely. Thank you. And Barbara Lynch is watching as well, and she felt a lot of Charlie, I'm going to call her Charlie, has actually sort of said that she's felt a lot of healing and alignment during that as well, and also so there's a very cool breeze with this, really wonderful. So, and Sandy is also from joining us from the US, from Georgia. Hi, Sandy. We've got another nice little like there. And Janie's actually got 4 dragons.
Wow.
Nice. And Nikki Sumner, she said that her son's actually loved dragons, and now he's 28. And should he be working with his dragons? Well, probably, but it's just whether he's actually aware of that or not, isn't it?
You can't tell him to.
And Candice is actually saying that she may need some help as well because she's feeling really sick at the moment. So maybe we can do a bit of clearing with Candice Smith.
Was she tapped in already when we put the bucket of water through for the clearing?
I'm not sure. Don't think so because it's at the very end. But Neva just said that she felt that in my subconscious like a vibration, so she actually felt that coming through, so that'll work through her energy field. So we can tap into Candice, which would be a nice one to tap into, and then we'll have a little look also what's happening here on the comments that are happening on the YouTube. So let's just have a little tap into Candice. But if anyone's got any questions, it doesn't have to be about dragons today, but anything that you feel that's going to sort of help you on your journey, we're here to sort of help you and tap in. So let's see if we get anything.
Shall I start with Candice?
Yes, please.
Okay. Torstaia marta suko korto po suortai voi jumbo tatai atako shimboro tatata zumrida dai numboro do shurto
That was sort of like a connection there, wasn't it? It's like a purging coming through in the physical body, isn't it? This sickness that she's going through.
Yeah.
So the energies are really very high at the moment for anybody watching out there. These, we always say that these energies are so high, but they're really vamping up. So they're purging everything that is really coming through that is like not serving you. So if it's anything to do with, like the sacral area, then it will come up in a physical form as well.
I got something coming on here because the collective energy, and it's also been referred to earlier in this program, there's a lot of rage, anger, lack of self-worth. And much of this comes from our inner feeling of not being respected.
That's your yes.
Yeah, and that's what the dragons say. They can come in and do a clearing.
Yeah.
On this, so we'll see if we can do some dragon breath on that one.
Yeah.
So just know that the energy of actually, I would say to everybody, put your hands on your heart and feel that you give yourself full respect for whatever you are, whatever you express, whatever you have chosen, because this is not a time for others to interfere in anything that have to do with you. You are your responsibility, and that's it. Now dragons have. Koitami tene koikami tene koikami tene koikami tene koikami tene koikami tene koikami tene
Kia papo shot cortesio de kianma kia tatani kia to ba hin kia ta ya gu shu bi shu kia ta kia It is all about this self-love. Important. So go inside of your heart, and it's about using the word ditching, getting rid of Release, release, release all that no longer serves you. Step into the heart, heart, heart. Breath work, breath work, breath work. Make sure that you are grounding your energy completely with intention. Yeah. Shu, shu, si, xia, si, xia, si, xia, si, xia, kyoto, kuku, shana, ki, kia, da, sh, da, this. So if you are out there and you're starting to use it, that is a dragon breath. Let it go. The breath needs to be intuitive. It needs to be let go of in the physical form. Let go of the physical body. Let go of the breath. And to really start embracing it and feeling it. Feeling it. And that's what Inga does so, so beautifully with that demonstration of that, is that it really is feeling that inner dragon, that blended aspect of yourself is coming through, and it's really invoking that persona, that beingness of that dragon energy. And when you do that, it just propels you forward. It really does. Cool. You might need to stand up, Robert. Ground that. Big. Your hands are coming in stronger and stronger and stronger, aren't they?
Different place, huh?
Yeah, that. So you've actually brought that through, but you also need to shake that off your physical body. Yeah. As you put that in, you've got to really flush it through. So push it out your feet. This is what happens, isn't it? When you bring in a high level of frequency, it sort of comes in, but then as it flushes through, you've got to really sort of shake it out. Your physical all that. You're like, oh my, yeah. So you feel it yourself as well as actually sort of, bringing that forward for others. But are you okay now?
Yeah, I'm fine.
I was just observing the energies as Robert worked, and he has a special gift. He targets what energies needs to be worked with, and what I saw immediately, what it went directly into our mental body, where it kind of collapsed all thought structures having to do what we have been working with. So it was like this domino effect, it's like blah, 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 all the way down, and crack, zoop down. So and then it went to the solar plexus and started working on the disbeliefs we have when it comes to power and self-respect and all those elements, and kind of crack that wider open and then way down. So it was very interesting to see the ripple effect that you get from it all the way.
Absolutely beautiful. Well done. Thank you so much for that. That was really lovely.
Nicola, now I'm the one that usually probably have to take off my socks, something I never ever do.
They were on at the beginning of the call. You might have seen me.
Well, I might bend a bit too soon.
Socks are off, guys. We're working.
That's working.
So yeah, where do we go now? We go back to the socks. We call it the sock show or something. Yeah.
Great. I love this.
Let's go on to onto my YouTube channel, which is Remember It's Into the Light. So yeah, we've spoken to Patricia and Robert. We've done that one, haven't we?
Yeah.
Hope Barron woke up Oh, wait, let's have a look. See what it says. I woke up knowing that we were bringing massive pillar of light. I call it my planetary region of light today. And we have been tempered and pushed forward to bear the hands. Sometimes it does feel like that, doesn't it? When you're like trying to really anchoring it down. Let me see if there's any advice in that that I can give you. There's some codes coming in for you, Hope, actually, which will help you with that. But you're very evolved in knowing what you're doing, but there's some extra bits of hints and tips that are coming through. Yeah, but this is me, Okyo. Siona Miyakio by Shona Moko, Kokora Siona Mikiotot. Sio de baixo na mokoko, koyoto kokorana, sisisi, kiata, ana mahuyakia. Tada beshana, tada shikiat, ubaruesha, kiamokra, tadishina, de mawakiata. Babishon mokoro beshinet. So there'll be an understanding of that. I'm not getting anything through at the moment what that was meaning. A minute, let's just see what that means in English form. It is about anchoring the light into your body first to move it down into the physical field. So when you're anchoring it in, so it may feel outside of yourself, but also it works within yourself as well. So as above, so below. So when you're anchoring it in with the pillars, is actually feeling almost like you're a pillar yourself, to enable that to anchor through your energetic field and push it out of your body. Because we are conduits, we are vessels, we are these sort of tubes of energy, and we're sort of used, but outwardly we also sort of come in and our external energetic field feel these pillars sort of come in to help anchor in that light. Just like the other day we were speaking about the trees, which were used as conduits to anchor in light. When we are bringing in those light, is to set those intentions to enable it to be anchored into the system.
I think it feels like that what we've been doing already, she should maybe see the recording again, because then when she's consciously tapped into this, then this light can be anchored better.
I would love to bring in the planet energies. Those I used to channel. Maybe that can help her anchor those energies.
Yes, of course.
Yeah, let me see if I can attune to one of them. There's a big energy here. Ashaymen noye keye katone oiketeya nemayo koyetia manaye koyeteni aiko shenema koite meshio Any.
It's like planetary assistance, isn't it? It's beautiful. Thank you for that. It's really calm, isn't it?
Yeah, those big energies, when the big planets come through, the energy it's very big, and the sounds are very slow because their bodies are so huge. If we were as huge and we heard the sound of our speech, we would just hear a tone. It would take eons before we heard a shift in our vocabulary.
That's lovely. I hope that helps, Hope. And she's going to be going off under a tree and replaying it. So that's really, really good. I've also got my friend Di, so I'm just going to say hi to Di. Hi, Di. And Sean Dixon, greetings. And yeah, so Hope felt dizzy and fizzy, tingly. So that was really good. So now here we have, so please help me awake and process in awaken in and progress in the awakening. Now it's not going to happen like that, unfortunately. We have to practice our patience there, but I feel actually the main thing that I would actually say that anybody's on their awakening journey is to enjoy it, actually. and that it is a journey. It's not a destination. It's not somewhere that we project ourselves and like, I'm not there yet. Are we there yet? No, we're not there yet. It's about every single step that you take is to enjoy it and to invite in that new experience and say, whoa, what's this then? Be open to all experiences. So today we're really bringing in, you know, like really new dragon energy. We're bringing in planetary energy, bringing in the breath of the dragons. And all these things are very new to us that we only sort of experienced on Tuesday. As you do, and as you step every single step of the way, enjoy it. And if that's coming, what's going to happen next week? You know, the socks will still be here. These videos, but there will be a change and shift. So really enjoy every single part, even the bits that are a bit sticky. It's about embracing all of those little bits that come in that may make you feel a little bit sort of emotional and a bit in yourself, but see it for what it is, look at it from a higher perspective, and then allow yourself to grow with it and expand rather than being in that emotional state. Anything to add on that, guys?
And now, and look at Starseed U. There's a lot of courses which can help there, and you will be guided because it's all being trusting your inner guide and trusting that feeling in it. And as Nicola says, you will bump into density because that's the process. You get through the density, get it out of your system or released from it. And so there's help on Starseed U and maybe other channels as well. But
yeah, there's loads of things that are out there. You know, these lives that we're doing every Friday at 4 o'clock, you know, is sort of like for people to sort of come if there's, you know, sort of thinking, oh God, I'm going to go on there on Friday at 4 o'clock if you can't sort of connect any other time to us, you know. And this is, you know, sort of information that we're giving our free time for. We want to be out there helping you in this now moment, and on replay if you want to sort of connect with us after. We put some links below on there, but there's lots of things that are actually evolving at the moment. There are so many people doing their lives with sharing their knowledge and their guidance, and then there's a platform that we're working with, which is Starseed U, that has online courses that you can go in and have a little look at. There's a few free courses on there, and there are some energy exchanges within it. And there's also us here that are, you know, on a one-to-one basis that will be able to assist you as well. So take what you can from our live stream, but if you feel drawn to any of us, then please connect. And this is why we're out here. You know, we really want to sort of share our experiences to help you, enable you understand yours. And the awakening is waking up your remembrance. That's the whole thing, is remember, because we all know this. We just need to remember the information that's coming through and to embody it into our system.
One of the things I used to say when people say, I want to awaken fast, is I used to say, well, look at your choices. Why do you make them? Where do they come from? Because they are direct mirror of what you need to awaken to.
Yes.
And awakening means getting to know yourself. You're awakening to you. And as you do, the entire reality around you changes according to your inner changes.
Absolutely. Absolutely. It is doing that inner work, isn't it? There's, you know, you can't get others to do it for you. They can guide you and facilitate the healing, but all your inner work is only done by you. So if you're looking outside of yourself, then, and you're not getting your answers, it's because you're not looking in the right place. So we can be guided and we can facilitate these codes that bring it through. But if you don't connect with these codes, if you don't embody them and allow them to flow through you, the codes aren't going to be, they're just going to wash by. Yeah. But unless you connect to us giving you the codes, us as facilitating your inner healing, you yourself will go in and do your own healing as an experience from the codes coming through.
There's another question from Krista Lee. How to stop interpreting downloads consciously, and it's I think it's like a question which is placed directly in context with what we're talking about now. And one tip I got is if my mind is taking over, I always put my hand on my heart, so that I'm getting into the center of myself, and then the mind has no upper or no higher role, and that's stopping for interpreting.
Yeah, that's good. Sorry, Inga.
When I hear like Robert talking, or I just sense, what do I feel in my body? What images does it bring up? And that's actually a very good question, because there's several times I've gotten the question, me or you or Robert can say something, and then you can translate it into something. And they have a completely different experience of it than we have. And I said it's beautiful because the energy is multi-layered, meaning that it will hit you exactly where you need to be. So the translation does not need to fit with what other get.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Sometimes we get like a blanket word subject, but underneath that blanket there'll be all of these like little bits and pieces that you pick out which are yours. So it's almost like your subconscious goes in, they go, oh, that's mine, and then you pick out and it sort of layers through. And the next time that you use those codes, or maybe on a replay, if you watch the replay, is that actually those codes will have a different layer of understanding. So sort of light language, that it is so deeper than what we could even have any concept in our mind to actually think of what is actually going on there. But the codes are brought forward for your greater good and expansion of your evolution of your soul, but it's how you take it. It's how do you take it, and how do you work with that for that to use to your advantage. Yeah. So someone feels that they have some blocks. Phil has some blockages which do not get how to overcome. Should we try and tap in?
Well, the first thing I would say is stop trying to overcome them, because you only block your access to them by doing so.
Wise. That's so wise. Yeah.
So instead, ask your higher self or your guides or whatever you work with to show you the perfect step to release it. And then go out, take a walk, have ice cream, whatever. It will come up.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Because many times we struggle so much that we get mental, and then we stress with it, and we push it away, we push it away and push it away, instead of allow ourselves to. Or if the best thing is if you have some feeling around it, and just sit with that feeling, invite it in, and sit with it and sit with it and sit with it until it's okay to be with it.
It's beautiful. Thank you for that. I'm just seeing if there's anything energetically coming in. Have you got anything coming in, Robert? But that's absolutely beautiful. That's amazing advice on that.
Sure.
Yeah, so they're just coming through mindset. They've got some codes just to come in at a subconscious level. Just a second. Kia batisho tokuriama kia te si sia. Kia ba kyo no koko kia no to dasho no kokora sie. Sia namakia tora baye ni kia tara sha. Kia tara baye no mokokora bishana mi kia tara baye no mokoko sha. Shi santu sho bai kita, kia na bai e shana makia, kia makia tara shana kia tara bai shu. Koko yata de shana kia tara bish, ko kia makia ko grata de shana kia tara mia kia bai shana mia kia ta. It's quite funny what they were saying to me as I was bringing that forward. It's almost like saying you're at a school and you've got a test in front of you, and then you want the teacher to tell you all the answers.
Yeah.
Which is the reply that you gave there, Inga, which is absolutely right. Is that sometimes actually we can't give you your answers, and at a soul level, everybody needs to take that responsibility to actually do their own healing, to source it, to bring it forward, to trust where you're guided to, that you're here in this now moment to hear that message.
Yeah.
Yeah.
definitely. Yeah, feels like there's something coming, but it's more general. It's not for the question. It's more like Rosh.
That's quite a general, isn't it? It's general for everybody, this one. Yeah. Yes, it is.
Yeah, it felt like a deep release of the need to control the process.
Oh,
Stepping out of our own way. Yeah.
yes. Look, now everybody out there watching, whether it's now moment, time pocket, or whenever it is, see how amazing it is when you have 1, 2, 3 heads in a row. Because I see something from my side, Inga sees hers, Robert sees his. And with that, this is why it's so important to come together to understand. Because when we come together, I see something and we see something from different perspectives. And therefore, an answer will be given in a fullness. So I would just come from my own perspective, Inga hers, and Robert his. And then also, not forgetting your own perspective. How do you take it? How do you see the information coming through from you? May be completely different to what we see, but it needs to be relevant for you. And then you can actually use and build up a bigger picture with everybody's perspective to see, that's what I need to do.
Thank you.
Di just said that she thinks that all 3 of us work very well together.
Thank you.
I think so too.
We do. We have many chats.
Yeah.
It's like you're all little flies on the wall. Everybody's all little flies, and they're listening to our conversation. We're squashed in on this screen, though.
You need more space.
Yeah, I have to stretch out a bit. I might put you on one of those other formats in a minute. Just stretch.
We're in a resonance field. We flow well.
Yeah. Oh, Warren Smith slept in late. And because he's watching on a catch up. Do you know what? Actually, I don't blame you, because I have just, if I can sleep, I'll just sleep.
I slept today during the daytime.
Did you?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Yeah, because after this Tuesday dragon energy, there's so much shifting in my system that I wake up and then in the morning and I think, I had a good night of sleep, but still I feel tired. So
yeah, so like Wide Awake Club at 3 o'clock in the morning. So we're having a party at 3 o'clock in the morning, Wide Awake Club, and then you have to get up about 10:30, 11, don't you?
Yeah,
right. If you don't have to go for like a 9 to 5 job, but otherwise,
Yeah, I sleep between 2 and 4, and then that's it. Completely, but
yeah.
at night.
Well, it's just periods are like that.
So, have we got any other questions before we go? Because I can't believe it. That's been just over an hour.
Wow.
It feels like 15, 20 minutes.
Yeah, time flies. Like I was just wanted to call in. Oh, that's nice. I should have done that before.
Now I know that's the next step.
This is great. We've been squeezed all hour, and now we're like.
I've got elbow room.
Yeah. Yes. Now people can see what I'm doing.
Let me just check what all the other ways of doing it. Wait a minute.
I know.
Oh, I like that. I'm like, oh, that's the same, I think. A minute.
That is the
That's mad, that is. What's this
Remember
one?
this one. This is a good one.
Yeah, that's a good one. We like that one.
Yeah.
We've got the elbow room. I don't feel like... Do you know when you sit down at a Christmas dinner and there's loads of people around the table and you've got to eat like that?
Like this, yeah.
That's what it felt like. Look, see the difference, guys?
There's the...
Huge. I felt more planetary comfortable in this space.
Yeah.
Yeah, we could have squeezed a bigger planet in.
I can squeeze a bigger planet in. Yes, I can.
Absolutely. Yeah, now we could add Leo in. That's if he's still there. He comes in, goes out. So yes, if you're in Leo, we could always pop you in here. We've got more space for Leo. We move Robert over a little bit, and Leo goes in that little corner there. If anytime Leo wants to join us or anybody else that fancies it, Patty, you could always come on as well. So yes, so that was really interesting. Pipe and slippers. Hi. Yeah, there's room for Louise now. Yes, there is.
There's always room for Louise.
I like that name, Pipe and Slippers. Right. Okay. Louise is over there. Actually, she's on the sofa. So, any other business?
No questions, huh?
No.
No.
We're just going to be yabbering on now, aren't we?
Yeah.
So we could be better sort of like leave it at that, or else people will just be getting bored.
Yeah, exactly, getting bored. Okay.
Speak for itself. Right. Okay. So
I want to do one thing though before we close up and everything, and I would kind of stress the importance for people to stay in their own energy field, because there is so extremely much distractions taking place right now that are pulling us out in all kind of directions. So to stay in your own field, because remember, you are here to make your own journey. You're not here to take other people's journeys or to be part of them. You're here to completely and solely make your own. And this is one of the most important things we can work with in the next months to come. To completely own our own journey, stay in our own field, and really get to know ourselves.
Yeah, completely agree. Yeah.
So,
And keep your hand on your heart.
Yeah.
Hands on heart and take your socks off.
Yeah, take your socks off. Yeah, even outdoors is very important.
Beautiful speech. Take your socks off. With that,
This is great.
see you all later, everybody.
Thank you, everybody. Bye-bye.
Enjoy.